I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Become my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff for most of them solved. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter
to... All right.
What's up, guys?
What is going on, guys? What is going on? We are back. Why do I feel like my camera's weird? I don't think it is, though. I think it's just me nitpicking. All right, man. What is going on, guys? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast, man. Another edition of Notorious Unscripted. Yeah, man, this is episode 119 of Unscripted, man. If this is your first time watching, you guys do not know how the show works, man. Every Monday after Monday Night Raw, we are on here with Notorious Unscripted. Every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news and for the big pay-per-views for WWE and AEW. We are on here directly after the show goes off the air with the official reviews, man. Speaking of the Survivor Series, War Games review, and speaking of last episode's edition of the news, War Games predictions, CM Punk upset with the Elite. We're going to talk about that. CM Punk's camp, rather, upset with the Elite. And all that good stuff, man. A bunch of other great stories on there as well. You want to hear us go off about AEW and their lackluster mindset on the pay-per-view system and their streaming service. There's a great rant on there. One of our best rants and one of our best episodes of the news, man. It just keeps getting better. So if you guys did miss both of those, you guys can now watch those on all platforms, man. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here on YouTube. Like I said, the big pay-per-views for WWE and AEW. And every Friday at 4 p.m. Central for the news right here on YouTube, man. So with that, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this video. All 8 of these beautiful designs are live on the merch shop for you guys, man. We had 3 new designs come out on Friday. That is the Notorious glitch or scratch logo, whatever you want to call it, the only community that matters, and the Christmas shirt. You guys can now find those, as well as all the existing designs, the uncrowned kings of the IWC, the best kept secrets to the IWC, the Chicago skyline, the Chicago flag, and the original, the base Notorious Heels podcast logo design, man. So you guys can now find all 8 of these beautiful designs in more than just a t-shirt on bonfire.com. Again, link is at the top of the description of this video, and it is also in either mine or Sirke's social media handles, man. So with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels podcast, I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show, and as for the other half, we got my man Sirke here. How's it going, man? Whew, that was one of the most fluent ones I've ever done. Oh,
hell yeah, man. That shit was hard. I'm good, man. I'm good. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out. Nothing much, man. Shit's been pretty normal, man. Shit's been pretty normal, I guess. Just waiting for the holidays, man. Just waiting for the holidays, man.
Yeah, man. Santa about to hit you up this year, bro.
Oh yeah,
what? Man, I'm just saying. Word on the street.
Oh god, the streets are saying.
They are.
But
He's been a good boy. My bad. What were you saying, bro?
Like Durante always says, how's life? How's the family, man? Life's good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, everybody in chat? How you guys doing, man? What about you, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, just like you, bro. Waiting for the holiday season, and yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. That's pretty much it. Just waiting for the holidays. Yeah, if you're looking for something for the wear for the holidays, man, we got the Christmas merch live. So, but no, all joking aside, I'm good, man. Honestly, yeah, same thing as you, bro. Just kind of waiting for the holidays, man. Wait till things, I guess, start picking up. We're getting into the Christmas season and shit. Getting ready for my vacation and whatnot. And as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante? What about you, Logan? And everybody else in chat. How are you guys, man? And thank you guys for coming out as always, bro. And thank you to everybody who we had a great turnout. The WWE shows are always some of our best in terms of viewership. So I want to thank you guys for the great turnout. I believe that video is almost to about 300 views, man. And we gained a couple subscribers, man. So thank you to all the new viewers who came and just talked some wrestling with us, enjoyed the great night that was Saturday night for WWE, and yeah, so thank you guys for that again. We love you guys, man, and thank you guys for the great turnout. As always, you guys are really the best.
Hell yeah, man. Durante in the chat, man, he has a joke for us, man.
Uh-oh.
What is Damage Control's favorite letter?
The last letter of Control.
Yep, quite literally, man.
L.
Goddamn. That fucking dude, man.
They are damaged severely, and yeah.
The booking has been brain damage, because good lord.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, it's quite ridiculous. We'll get into that in a little bit, man. But yeah. So thank you guys again, man. You guys, yes, thank you guys for believing in us as always. You guys are always here, and again to the new viewers, man, thank you for finding a smaller channel like ours and seeing something in it. So I appreciate that very much, man. It means the world. It really does.
Yeah, man. It really fucking does.
Absolutely, bro. So Logan says, did you guys see another possible Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns match at the Royal Rumble? Bro, we got a lot of interesting news with those two. Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn for Friday, man. So it's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be some shit.
So, one quick thing I have to apologize about is our Survivor Series review. I forgot to mention two very important things that I was really upset about after we got off of the review because they were really important and I really wanted to talk about them. But one was the tremendous Ozzy Osbourne Open where, they're playing the vignettes of, just kind of hyping up the 2 War Games matches, or honestly the whole show, behind him lip syncing War Pigs, bro. So it was really sick. Also, while I'm on that thought, could that have been a reason why AEW couldn't get War Pigs? Because Ozzy Osbourne is close to the WWE?
Probably, man. I could see it. I could really see it, to be honest.
Yeah. I thought about that when I was watching the media scrum. The media scrum for War Games. I was watching Triple H, while it was his turn on the podium, they had asked him what it took to get Ozzy Osbourne to do the open, and he said, "Well, I just called him." And that was it. And then he talked about how Ozzy was a WWE Hall of Famer, which I honestly did not know about, surprisingly, and how he's really close to WWE and he likes doing stuff for WWE. So it kind of clicked in my head. I mean, I don't know how close he maybe is to Jericho, being that they're both artists. So maybe that could have helped, but I mean, if he's close to the WWE in general and he's, kind of used to those people, I could definitely see. And they probably didn't offer him the money he wanted if he was going to give it to a company other than WWE.
Exactly, man. Which I was Tony Khan would turn around and went to a different classic metal band for fucking Wardlow, because that's what fits him, man. Not that generic shit he got now.
Honestly, and Wardlow's song nowadays is literally the intro to his new song, and then once the intro's done, where people chant Wardlow, then it just goes into his old song.
Literally, man. Like, give him some AC/DC or something, man.
Yeah, something, bro. Yeah, maybe he could get some music from Dijack's band. So,
dude.
bruh, that shit was not okay. Shawn Michaels gotta go. Yes, and then also the other thing I meant to talk about, which I found absolutely hilarious, I was laughing my ass off on Saturday night, was Austin Theory coming out to the Beyblade Trons.
Why?
Bro, that shit was so funny. Oh god, it was really hilarious. But yeah, that was pretty much about it, man. But honestly, before we get into AEW Dynamite, I want to talk about a tweet that Circade literally just read off to me, about the New Day and the Elite, man. So why don't you go ahead and read the people this tweet,
man. So some mark on Twitter tweeted the video of old Elite entrance where Kenny Omega was coming out with a Bootio shirt. So, back in that 2016, 2017, they were always just mentioning each other in tweets and shit. And the Elite, they're able to do more with the mentioning. So he was wearing a Bootio shirt. So Austin Creed, on who he is on Twitter, decided to reply with, "The world will never know how hard we all tried to get an inter-promotional 6-man match." Man, I wish, man. That would have been so fucking good, man.
That would be amazing.
Legendary.
That would genuinely be amazing. And we were talking about this while we were in the stream starting soon screen. But man, is it just me? Or do the New Day just need a change of scenery?
Oh, they really do.
I mean, seriously, bro. They... And we're, like I said, we were talking about this before we came on here, right before we came on here, but it's not even a thing of I don't want to see them in WWE because of this or that. Dude, they've literally, and not only is there trios titles that are in AEW that would be cool to see them fight for, but bro, it's just a matter of New Day has done everything. They've
done everything.
They've won all the titles. They've won all the titles multiple times, unless you're not counting the NXT titles. But who the fuck wants to see them go down there and fight fucking Screeps or whatever his name is? I mean, who wants to see them go down there and fight these teams, bro? I mean, I
Nobody.
I don't know. NXT's out of the picture, all right? Nobody wants to see them go back down to NXT. In terms of the main roster, bro, they've won all the titles. Again, they've won all of them multiple times. They just had their record broken. Nobody on the planet wants to see them run the course again and have them rebeat their record. Nobody wants to see none of that, bro. I honestly would just really love to see the New Day have a change of scenery. And I think
Different people.
yeah, and I think that do dividends for them. I mean, on AEW, they can wrestle the Elite, they can wrestle the Blackpool Combat Club, they can wrestle the JAS, they could wrestle I don't fucking know. One of the groups that are good, one of the groups that aren't good and not disbanded. One of the I don't want to see them fight Roosh and 10, but you know, I want to see them. There's a lot of good teams over there for them to face, man.
Nice, man. The Acclaimed, fucking all
yeah.
those guys, Top Flight.
Even stepping out of the trios, and if you're looking at just the tag teams, bro, absolutely the Acclaimed, Top Flight, like you said, just the Young Bucks, you know, and then even your singles matches, bro. Kofi Kingston versus Kenny Omega, Big E versus Kenny Omega, Xavier Woods versus Kenny Omega. I mean, there's just a lot of good stuff they can Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I feel like the New Day are WWE guys, but
I mean, the way they tweet about it, I think I can. If they would be like, they would just go because they just it'd be like a Daniel Bryan.
I was gonna say that's exactly what I was just gonna say. I feel like they'd be like Bryan, just kind of the guys that are like, I love where I used to work, but I just wanted different people to wrestle.
Do more.
Yeah,
exactly, man.
Lucha Bros. I mean, there's so much. There's so much they could do. And
House
man, how could I forget the House of Black, dude? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, bro. There really is just so much that I think that can offer them on the other side, man. And I think it'd be really really dope for them to go and explore some new options. You know, no bad blood or nothing with WWE, just kind of a Bryan Danielson situation. That's the thing. I feel like one of them would bring all. I feel like if Xavier, I feel like if Xavier and Big E were to go, I think Kofi would go, or vice versa or whatever. I feel like if one of them's out, the other two will follow, or if two of them out, the other will follow. So that's the one thing about the New Day. And I just really think it would be really really good for them. Just career-wise, man, and I think it'd be cool for the fans, and you know they can always go back to WWE, but
exactly.
Man, they've just literally done everything, bro. Like, what is there for the New Day to do at this point,
Nothing.
other than turn heel? That's literally the only thing they have left on their plate, if you really want to dig for something, but.
At that point, they just be feuding with people they feuded with before.
Exactly.
And going for titles they went for before. So,
exactly.
Still,
they'll go right back to facing Brawling Brutes, and they'll go back to facing the Street Profits. I mean, it'll just be over and over. I would just really love a change of scenery for them. And that's an interesting tweet, man. That was a very interesting tweet, and I really wish we could have seen that. And even if they don't move companies, bro, I hope these companies can come to some sort of agreement. Because I really would love to see that match. I really would. But yeah, man. So it's interesting.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. I would love it.
Yeah, man. So AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite this week emanated from the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. No, I know it's hard to believe, but we were not in attendance for the show.
No, we weren't at all.
We were not in attendance for the show. This was Thanksgiving Eve Dynamite, as they do every year. And this was, go figure, one of the best ones they put on. And what do you know, man? What do you know? This crowd was awesome. This crowd was absolutely awesome. I would have loved to be a part of it. However, it just gets you more excited for whenever you do inevitably go to the next one. So that's a good thing, man. But hey, I will say, with these past couple crowds AEW's been having, for people that complain about them going to Chicago,
this is why.
This is exactly why.
Did a reaction. One of those butt fuck ass towns.
Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously, bro. The past couple weeks, AEW has been going to buttfuck USA for AEW Dynamite and getting little to no reactions for 90% of the stuff they do, and it is almost it almost makes it not unbearable, but it just takes so much away from the show.
It takes a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, seriously, for people to complain about, I mean, dude, if this is how a Chicago crowd is going to act every time, I wouldn't give a fuck if they went to Chicago every week. If I get a good crowd is a good crowd, bro. I mean, you guys can't complain. I want them to go to my city, and then they go to your city, and you're sitting on your fucking hands half the night. So, the complaint isn't about towns, it's about exploring different markets. Yeah, but every time they do explore different markets, they don't go to a big market. They go to fucking, where were they the other week? Wilkesboro, Virginia, or Pennsylvania, whatever the hell it is. Is it Pennsylvania or Virginia? I don't know. Wilkesboro. Who gives, like, why are you going there? Like, dude,
they don't deserve that shit.
Honestly, bro, if you want to go to, I totally get it. If you're not going to Chicago as much because you want to go to Canada more, or you want to go to Los Angeles a little more, or you want to go to Vegas or this or that. You're going to fucking Virginia. What are you doing?
Literally, bro. You going to the buttfuck towns, bro. Go to the major fucking towns and cities and areas. Texas.
New Orleans.
West Coast. New Orleans. All that shit. Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
I mean, good God. I mean, look, again, I understand. Bro, if you want to explore different markets, but don't let your exploring lead you to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Are you fucking serious, man? Yeah, I mean, dude, Seattle, Washington, bro, Portland, Oregon is such an underrated crowd. I mean, somewhere, that one's understandable. WWE doesn't even go there anymore.
Bro, they go anywhere, bro. Remember when they would go to fucking Corpus Christi, Texas?
Corpus Christi?
Christi, motherfuckers. But, like, remember when they would go there, like, once a fucking month?
Yes, bro.
Dude, and that crowd was pure dick. Those fucking
they're horrible.
Crispy Hicks. You fucking motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, they go to fucking Hickville, USA, bro. I mean, Jesus Christ. And like I said, dude, people genuinely have the nerve to complain about AEW going to Chicago. Again, if they were to come here every single week and they acted like how they acted on Thanksgiving Dynamite, I wouldn't give a fuck and a half. Because at the end of the day, it gets me excited for the show. It gets you excited for the show. So who gives a fuck? And like I said, if you are one of the people complaining about, well, they go to Chicago too much, but you live in Hickville, and then they come to Hickville, and you guys are sitting on your fucking hands the whole night. Shut up. We're a good crowd. We are the best crowd. Chicago is the best crowd. So, whatever. Yeah, ridiculous complaint. Shut up. And if you do want to explore your markets, go somewhere that matters in this world.
Mm-hmm. Not fucking Wilkes-Barre, whatever the fuck.
I mean, good God, bro. Good God. So, AEW opens with William Regal. It opens with William Regal. and he's in the ring. He's getting the holy hell booed out of him. It's so weird. I feel like I can never find it in me to boo William Regal.
No, I couldn't.
It's just I don't know, man. I just I don't know. I just can't find myself to do it. It just looks weird. That's why I didn't really like to that's why I didn't really like him turning heel. I just feel like
Same.
Regal's so respected at this point that
You can't
nothing's
be heel.
exactly. So Regal is standing in the ring and he says, "I know you want to hear from your new AEW World Champion, MJF." To my shocking, and I mean shocking, surprise, bro, MJF was not on this episode of Dynamite.
They know that they were going to get those CM Punk chants, bro.
Yeah, that's exact. Well, I know that, I know he was on set for his movie. William Regal said here that he was on set for a major motion picture or something like that. He said something like that, which is that Von Erich show that he landed the role for, or movie, whatever it is. So obviously he was on set, but I honestly feel that Tony Khan was not upset that he wasn't able to make this episode of Dynamite because, bro, you put MJF out there and the crowd, just because they know how MJF is going to purposely try to egg him on, and he's going to give right into it, and he is going to say the magic words, man, those 6 letters that Tony Khan does not want on AEW television right now.
No. Mention his ass like it's nothing.
Yes, and he will. He will stand out there, hold that company's top prize, and absolutely step on the boss's throat in front of millions of people. Dude, damn well MJF would have, and I think Tony Khan wasn't really stressing that much that MJF couldn't make the show. So,
not at all.
Yeah, man. So, crowd booed. Crowd was booing William Regal. I believe we got a "fuck you, Regal" chant in there, which is just a little wild to see.
That's kind of crazy.
So he says, I know that you guys want to know what's going on with me and MJF, and before he can get a word out, Jon Moxley's music hits. Oh my lord, can this guy have a fucking vacation? Honestly though, I don't think he's going on vacation anymore, and I'll tell you what I think the plan was. And, I could be wrong. I don't live in their household, so I think Mox was going to go home, and when he was going to come back would have been Renee's first night in AEW. I think he would have sat at home until her no-compete clause was up, or until she I don't know if she was still on her no-compete, but until she was ready to come into AEW and ready to sign her deal and stuff like that. And I think he would have came back with her, but now that she's here, he's just going to be home by himself, and then she was just going to be on the road.
That's true.
So
that's really true.
So you got that to think about as well, which is interesting. And yeah, man, so I don't think my man's getting his vacation. Probably when Renee gets her vacation is when Mox will get his vacation, whenever that is. But I don't think he's going on it anymore, and I feel a little sad for the guy because he never got to go on his vacation because of CM Punk. Oh, because of Scott Coltman. So this is so yeah, man. Very, very, very very interesting, man. Mox, no vacation, Mox. Logan says he thinks it's more because of Renee, just because she got there and can't just go on vacation, as well, just because Mox wouldn't go on his own. Exactly. So I think they will definitely leave together whenever they're ready for any sort of vacation, man. So yeah. So Man. So Mox makes his way to the ring, jumps on the apron, jumps in the ring. He's ready to charge at William Regal, and none other than BCC Stalemate member Bryan Danielson comes running to the ring, putting his arms out, begging Jon Moxley not to beat the shit out of this old man. And Mox is pissed. Bryan is getting more and more upset with Mox because he's just trying to go at William Regal, and Bryan's trying to stand in between the both of them. And this results with Bryan smacking Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley gets really pissed. Bryan starts telling him, I'm sorry. He just kept repeating it. He even got on his hands and knees. He got on his knees and was begging Mox to forgive him because Mox looked like he was ready to kill both of them. And and Bryan was just begging this man not to hit him. And he said, my dad went through a lot of the same problems that you did. Obviously, alluding to the alcoholism. And he said, and it's because of this man who went through those same struggles that allowed me to love my dad for the last 10 years of his life, because I resented him. And how would you feel if somebody made your daughter love you? What would that mean to you? And the fucking Chicago crowd is chanting bullshit at this heartfelt ass, real, emotional story from Bryan Danielson. They are chanting,
time,
bro, these fans were wildin', bro. I don't know.
Really were.
Oh, man, these fans were so out of pocket. They are chanting bullshit at these two, or at these three. Bruh. Gotta love them. You gotta love them. So, yeah. So, Mox calms down. He grabs the mic. He, tells Bryan to step aside or whatever. So Bryan, calm, he kind of diffused the situation. So Bryan calms down and he kind of takes a step back, and Mox gets right into Regal's face, chest to chest, damn near. And he said, Lordship, the only thing I want you to do is go. Go away, turn around, and run, and never come back. And again, he told him, turn around and walk away and just keep walking. Regal did not hesitate. He walked out of the ring and he didn't look back. He walked straight down that tunnel, and that was it. We also have some interesting news on William Regal for Friday. Very, very interesting, man. A lot of people are saying that this could be the end of William Regal in AEW.
I did think that story did get debunked, but I'm not sure. I'll have to see again.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to look into it come Friday, but that is the ongoing story. No real truths to it or whatever, but even if it is the end of Regal in AEW, dude, you still got like another 4 months to use the guy. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Write it out, man. Holy shit. Don't just do it now.
Yeah, dude, and I don't know what's up with the BCC, bro. I don't know. And it really sucks because this group seriously had untapped potential. And it is ridiculous that if they get it cut that short.
If they still want to call it the BCC, it'd still be a group, bro. There is an older veteran from, I think, Blackpool. I think someone said that could come in and take Regal's spot, man. Nigel.
Ooh.
I don't know if he's from Blackpool. He might be. I think someone mentioned that he might be from Blackpool too.
Man, and I believe him and Bryan are close.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but
from.
Oh, I got you. I'm looking it up right now. Nigel McGuinness. He's from London, but it makes sense. Close enough. Bell confirmed that story for us.
You're like fucking all an hour away anyway.
Exactly. There you go. So
He did it.
So, um, that was the open to Dynamite. That was a fantastic open.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that was a fantastic open. Great, great. You love just a great open to AEW Dynamite, man. Great promo from Brian. Great stuff from Mox. Great stuff from Regal. All around the board, just great open to AEW Dynamite, man. So yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Shit was amazing, man.
Definitely, bro. So the next thing we got on the show was Keith Lee. Keith Lee was in the back, and he's being interviewed by Renee. And he had his back turned to the camera. He was very upset. Renee kind of tapped him and, let him know that it was time for the interview. So he, half turned around because you could tell he didn't really want to be on camera. And Swerve then walks up and he says, and Keith Lee just tells him, choose your words wisely. Swerve takes his glasses off. Keith Lee then takes his hoodie off. And Keith Lee then takes his hoodie off like he's ready to fight him. And Swerve just covers the camera lens and you can still kind of see him. And he just tells Keith Lee, I want to talk without this, alluding to the camera. Keith Lee says, okay. And that was the end of the segment. So here we go with the AEW turn. So I guess they're like half a team, and they're not a team, but they're barely hanging on by a thread. Good old Tony Khan.
Good old Tony Khan. Refusing to do heel turns, man. You hate to see it. Never fucking fails with this guy.
Yeah, the good old AEW turn. What do you know?
Just can't commit, bro. Everything's gotta be a fucking 2-month-long at least story.
Yeah, so we'll probably get the official turn at All Out next year. And that'll be the end of this storyline, man. Well, no, then they'll go on to officially have their feud until All Out 2025, probably.
Their whole contract would have been just this.
Yeah, yep. One storyline worth of a contract. Oh, God. The next thing we got on this godforsaken show is Jake Hager versus Orange Cassidy for the All-Atlantic title. Somebody save me, bro.
Bro, I swear to God, man. The fuck?
Dude. This makes that title. And see, I know we got a lot of Orange Cassidy fans out there, but I'm going to keep it real, bro. If this, look, if Orange Cassidy has matches all the time, like he has with Will Ospreay, not a problem in the world. I think he's great. No. If he's wrestling singles, I think he's great. But, dude, you put him in the ring with Jake Hager, who's also on this kick of having this weird gimmick for himself, too. That is a recipe for disaster. And that it was. It was horrible. It was horrible, bro. This makes... I kept seeing... who did I hear say that? I think it was our boy Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I heard Jesse say, and it's so true, this makes the All-Atlantic title look like the 24/7 title with stupid shit like this attached to it.
Like fucking these two not terrible. Orange Cassidy ain't a terrible gimmick, but these two super gimmicks. And then you put those two. Who do you put the workhorse title on? The guy that doesn't care as his character. You don't put the title like that on Orange Cassidy. You should have kept it on Pac and done actual defenses with Pac.
You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Dude, I want to care about this title, but they are literally doing everything in their power to let me know not to give a flying fuck about this championship. That's genuinely how I feel, man. I mean, Good Lord, dude. I mean, you get that championship on somebody. First of all, you get Ring of Honor the fuck up out of here. And even at that, do you have enough room for this championship?
Oh, just can it, bro. You shouldn't have made it in the first place.
I don't know why we're just making belts. It is not the point of a championship. If the point, if the point of a championship was for everyone to have it, it's not that special. 90% of the people you see on this show come out with some championship. They come out with an AEW title. Maybe they come out with a Ring of Honor title. Maybe they come out with a New Japan title. Maybe they come out with a AAA title. Maybe they come out with a Rev Pro title. Maybe they come out with I don't know. Maybe they come out with Grimm's Toy Show's wrestling title. I don't know at this point. Like, dude, I don't know.
I hate that shit.
Utterly ridiculous, bro. And this match was just so horrendous, dude. I mean, come on now. Are you trying to get me to not care about this title? Or if you wanted to make the title a little different, maybe you have it be the workhorse title, right? You kind of already had a little bit of that with the TNT title, but okay, whatever, I guess. I guess we're stepping away from that. So if you wanted to do that with the All-Atlantic title, maybe you get that on a guy like Malakai Black. Maybe you get that on a guy like they just signed him, Takeshita. Maybe you get that on a guy like Jesus Christ, there's got to be some Swerve. Oh, how about Andrade? Interesting.
We got news on him on Friday. That sucks, man. But
yeah, definitely.
Like a guy like Andrade would have been perfect.
Perfect. Because if you're not confident in his speaking ability, and if you don't have a manager good enough to put him with, if you really can't find anybody better than Jose the assistant for Andrade, then have his in-ring work get over for him.
Exactly, it is. You are a bunch of they're doing it for AEW fans. That's all they give a fuck about anyway. Yeah, that's the news we're gonna cover on Friday, Logan.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if you wanted me to give a fuck about the title, you'd put it on somebody who's maybe like a workhorse, and you do a All-Atlantic title open challenge on Rampage or something to make me care about this championship. But this, bro, Jake Hager lost this match because his bucket hat fell off of his head and he was distracted trying to get it, and Orange Cassidy rolled him up. So what you're telling me about this championship is if I had a fucking hat in my left hand and I had a shot at this championship hanging in the balance on my right, you're telling me to give more fucks about the hat. You're telling me that is what a competitor on your show thinks of your championship.
You'd rather have a hat. Bro. Come on, bro. Come on.
Save me.
Treat the damn title better. Please.
I mean, bro. If this was your plans for the championship, you should have never created it. And
exactly.
Either that or you should have kept it on Pac. I don't know how you don't automatically think that, but you gave Orange Cassidy the title, and he's putting on comedy skit matches, and he's carrying around the thing in a fucking book bag. Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
So, after this match was done, after I got done thanking the Lord that this match was over, it got worse. The Factory came out. Not only are the best friends in the ring, but here come the Factory. Oh, man.
Two of the AEW's original shitty factions.
Yeah.
They're the
So,
pillars of shitty faction right there. That's
yeah.
your negative pillars.
Ugh. So, so they come out, and right as I'm on the cusp of barfing, the lights go out, and this was interesting. The lights come back on, and the red lighting is flashing on the stage. Oh, it appears on the stage, and as we can see, right on the middle of the entrance ramp, the one and only Julia Hart. She is on the stage, and she's like pointing, doing something like this, something like that. I don't know. And in the ring was them. The house is back. The House of Black returns to AEW, man. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. I don't know if they did this on purpose, because maybe this was Malakai Black's way of saying sorry to the Chicago audience, because the last time he was in Chicago, he took a bow and he told us all goodbye, and he had me incredibly sad in my seat, because I thought that was the end of Malakai Black in AEW, and it is. Although they booked him like shit, it is sad, because he could have done so much more in the company. However, he's back. He's back, and he looked refreshed. The group looked great. They looked refreshed. However, I got a problem here. I'll let you go ahead and talk about your positives to the House of Black coming back, and how you felt about the situation, man, before we get into the negative aspect, man. So, floor is yours.
Oh yeah, man. The House of Black, man. I love that damn group. I mean, seeing them just again, it's just great, man. I think over time they really molded very well together, man. Because at first I wasn't sure about Julia Hart joining or all that stuff. Now, I think that it's the members are perfect, man.
Oh, I love
You
her.
got the great. Oh yeah, it's awesome, bro. She's great. Brody's amazing. Buddy's amazing. And of course Malakai Black's fucking amazing, man. I think they ended up being really well together, man. And it was awesome seeing them, man.
I agree.
And I can't wait for them to be back. But I just hope they don't fuck them up again, because at Tony Khan, that's always a possibility.
Yeah. So, the people they attacked is not a good sign, because this is it's not that the House of Black was, being booked as losers. I mean, towards the end of them, going on their leave, yeah, definitely that was the case. But like during the summer, they were kind of getting hot, and like I said, when we had the Death Triangle versus Best Friends match for the trios titles after the Elite got stripped, I said on that Unscripted, this literally would have been perfect for the House of Black, and I think they would have been the beneficiaries of the Elite being stripped of the championships had they not left. And it's all good. It's all good. Sometimes things are more important than wrestling, but the fact is still there. If they wouldn't have left, I think they were the perfect, I think they were the perfect team to go ahead and take those trios championships when they were vacated, because they were on a run, bro. They had banger after, to quote Sheamus, bro, they had banger after banger after banger. They had the match of the night at Double or Nothing. I mean, it was just great. It was a great summer for the House of Black. I mean, of course it can always be better. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was a good summer for the House of Black, to the point where I really think they could have been on track to win the trios titles, bro. But That's just not how the cookie crumbled. And like I said, it's all good. Like I said, some things are, more important than professional wrestling. But this was the problem with the House of Black. Facing people that nobody gives a fuck about. They need to fight people that people care about. And that people like Malakai Black. I don't give a fuck and a half to see Black versus Orange Cassidy. And if you're booking Malakai Black as a face, I don't know if they are or not. Probably not, because, they're going up against the best friends, I'm assuming. Obviously, that's a problem, but look, we need more babyface main eventers right now. Who is there? Who the fuck is there that's at a main event level right now? Nobody. John Moxley and Bryan Danielson. That's about it.
That's it.
You know what I mean? That is in the singles division. That is at that level right now, to the point where you can just slot them in an AEW championship match tomorrow, and it'll be good because they're proven main eventers. That is literally it. That is it. So
Goddamn.
okay, I apologize. Quick fix, quick Wi-Fi buffer. I apologize for that. But look, where does Malakai Black shine? Back to what I was saying. A singles guy at the top of your card.
Oh, yeah.
Not fighting Orange Cassidy for a championship that I can give a fucking half about.
Literally, bro.
Where would it be best to put him? I don't know. You have a heel TNT champion. You have a heel AEW champion. You know the House of Black was going to get cheered. Why would you bring them back as heels? I think they don't have to work. They don't have to work as, these white meat baby faces, but at the end of the day, they could be on the the baby face side of things. I mean, look, you have the Elite playing heel right now. Kind of. I don't.
Yeah. In their attitude in the ring, yeah.
Definitely.
But the fans, they're the baby faces.
Absolutely. But no matter what you do, the House of Black could be great challengers for them. And if you don't want to go that route, Malakai Black could be at the top of the card, and Buddy Murphy and Brody King are perfect guys to enter that tag division. But what do you know? He's just got to come back and fight Orange fucking Cassidy and the best friends for some ungodly reason.
Two of the worst groups in the company, bruh. Change that shit, bruh. Change that shit. Your TNT champion's heel too, bruh. Come on. Damn, do they have a baby? Well, besides the Acclaim, I think they're all heels.
Yeah, other than Orange Cassidy.
Oh, yeah. He's a thing.
Him. And what would you consider Death Triangle? Baby face? They're like half, though. Like Pac's a heel, and they're baby faces.
Yeah, they're just doing what he's doing. But he's a heel, and they're really not. So, who fucking knows?
I don't know, man. But look. Here you go again. Putting the House of Black in there with guys that I can give a fucking a half about. We need to see the House of Black face Jericho Appreciation. That would have been great. If you would have brought the House of Black back as a babyface team and had them go against the JAS, that could have made for really interesting television. If you wanted to keep them heel, Blackpool Combat Club, have them try to take advantage of this group that is, damaged, but I mean, good God, bro. The good God. Here you go. I'm scared he's going to make the same mistakes again. Malakai Black needs to be a singles. You do understand for the next 2 months, those trios titles are going to be hogged.
Literally.
Hogged by the Elite and Death Triangle. And what the hell is every other trio supposed to do within that time?
Exactly, bro.
You could fight for the people that are next in line, but this is going to be the problem it was before. Malakai sitting around doing nothing.
That's why he's got to win that thing from Orange Cassidy, bro. He's got to. That's got to be the plan. If that ain't the plan for this, you already failed.
See, that's the thing too. That also worries me. Is that literally just Tony Khan putting a title on him just to make him happy?
Exactly, man.
You know,
Exactly.
like, because the same thing happened with Pac. You gave Pac the championship. What'd you do with the reign? Shit. Nothing.
Nothing.
Not a fucking
Literally
thing.
nothing.
What are you going to do with Malakai Black? Are you going to give him the title just so he looks cool with the fucking championship? Or are you actually going to let him have a reign? That's what concerns me. However, I just got to be real with you guys, man. Let you guys know the actual concerns about this situation from my side of things. Get Malakai Black against people that I actually care about. I care more
Exactly.
about this fucking lint in my pocket than I care about the best friends. And it just is what it is, bro. And I don't care to see them. And it's literally just going to be them picking up a victory. And that's going to be it. And they're probably just going to keep having awful segments where the House of Black are serious. And the best friends are probably just going to be making fun of them for the next month. With the House of Black just being the serious group to combat these fucking jokes.
Yep.
I don't know. But those are my concerns about the Malakai Black situation. I think for now, it would have been best to build. Not just him, but the whole division as a baby face. Or as baby faces who can be built as baby face people. Ricky Starks, Malakai Black. Let's get Hook. Not towards the main event, but let's build Hook up to a little bit closer to that TNT title. Let's I mean, God, there's so many people, dude.
Dude, so fucking many. Ethan Page.
Yes, Lee Moriarty. Let build. With this, it seems like you're just putting them in this trios division that is hogged.
Just to keep them busy.
Build Black towards the main event. Build Murph and Brody up as a viable tag team. Shouldn't have to be doing all this bullshit again, man, with these guys.
Nope.
Black needs to be in the main event. He's proven it before. I don't know what you're holding your horses on. However, they go to the top of the stage after they get done taking out both groups. Brody King gave the security worker a mean pile driver. And Malakai grabbed the mic and he said, members of the House of Black, please rise. As the lights went out and they disappeared. Enough with that too. Please just, can you let these guys walk through? Can you let them take 2 steps without you cutting the lights? I mean seriously, please.
I see them walk. It's not gonna fucking dismantle anything if I see them walk.
Which annoys me because Matt Hardy, Tony Khan didn't really like the concept of broken Matt Hardy because it was a little too like supernatural, like it was a little too like fictional for what he likes on his wrestling show. Meanwhile, the House of Black, literally, if I was Malakai Black and I moved my chair over here, my camera would cut out and I would be moved.
Literally.
Just let the guys and girls take just one step without you cutting the lights. And I would seriously be happy. Stop cutting the lights every time they move. Just let them walk through the fucking tunnel, for crying out loud, please.
I'm telling you, bro, please.
Good God. So, yeah, man. Next on the show, we got a little promo from Jungle Boy, just talking about how he's going to put Luchasaurus and Christian Cage behind him. Then we got the finals to the AEW Eliminator Tournament, which was won by Ricky Starks. And yeah, that was good stuff, man. That was good stuff. It was a good match. Ricky Starks was working the injury. In the end, he would power out and get the win with his spear, man. So
that was really awesome, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, yeah, man. Ricky Starks, like I said, would go on to win the Eliminator tournament with, I believe, 2 spears. And yeah, man. So yes, Ricky Starks will be getting the AEW World Championship at a World Championship match at Winter is Coming. So yes, they did the tournament this year. You know, I like that you're building Ricky Starks. I know he's going to lose, but I think this could be cool for a redemption story. I don't really get people saying, well, why are you doing the Eliminator tournament if he's just going to lose? Because it's a yearly thing, so he could get a little bit of fucking exposure. I mean, what are you going to do? Tell the audience, well, since MJF is the brand new champion, we're not going to give him a challenger at Winter is Coming because MJF's going to have to win anyway. How do you get around that to your audience? How do you tell them why we're not having an Eliminator tournament? It's good. Ricky Starks was built as the underdog throughout the whole thing, and it was
awesome.
Yes, it was, and I think this could be a great redemption story for the man till we get somewhere down the line where he can actually end up winning the damn thing. So
exactly,
it's good, man. It's good. Yes, I mean Ricky Starks isn't gonna win. The one year, last year, Bryan Danielson didn't win the championship either. Does that mean the tournament shouldn't have happened? No. They're gonna put on a great match, and he's gonna lose with a great fighting effort, and it's gonna be great.
Exactly, bro. It's not like he's losing some fucking random ass or nothing match.
Yeah. Exactly. You could literally say the same for Roman Reigns. Well,
literally,
why would you build up Kevin Owens to face him at the Royal Rumble if he's just gonna lose anyway? He's just getting ready for an L. Okay, so we're going to go on and say, yeah, well, Roman Reigns isn't going to be defending the titles until we're going to have him lose. How do you tell people that? How do you get that across to your audience without sounding like a fucking dimwit? We get this video package with Wardlow where he's just talking about destruction and destroying everyone and living in Wardlow's world. You know, the Wardlow thing, he was very upset. And, yeah, it's nice to see.
Yeah, it's nice to see fuel up Wardlow again, man.
I know. It really is. So, after this, we got this segment with Jade Cargill back with Smart Mark, where he belonged.
Thank God. I wish that was permanent, man.
I really do. He is fucking awful with your buddy.
That guy.
And it seems like they kicked Kiera Hogan out of the group.
Yeah, I guess they're on a feud for Jade Cargill, so Kiera Hogan's, I guess, the next one. Already out of feuds. Look at that. Shouldn't have made the fucking title to begin with.
Yeah, there was also I really like this. There was also a Will Hobbs video package.
That was awesome.
And it was him walking through the streets of Los Angeles. I can't remember what part of... He might be from Compton. He might be. Or, no. Sorry. Palo Alto, California. That's where he's from. He's from Palo Alto, California, and it was him walking around his neighborhood talking about how... And we all know, obviously, what happened with Will Hobbs. You know, with his brother getting shot and, you know, right in front of him and him, you know, watching his brother pass away. Horrible stuff. Yeah. He was talking about in his video package how he grew up in the hardest of conditions, washing his brother's blood off his porch. And he talked about how nobody can walk in his shoes. Nobody knows what it's like to be him. And it was just really cool shots of him driving around his neighborhood, walking around his neighborhood. I mean, it was just really well shot, and it was awesome. This is how you get people over. Video packages that
shit's dope.
Are relatable.
We need more shit like that, man.
Yes.
We really do that. That was very amazing.
Especially with a story like his. I mean, it's so inspirational. And you could capitalize on that, dude. You really can, but... they don't do it that much, but they did it here, and it worked. I loved it, man.
Truly, man. Truly.
So next, we got what was everybody's favorite part of the show, the Elite versus Death Triangle, match number
Yeah.
2.
Up 7.
Bro,
Only 5 more to go.
the Elite come out. The Elite come out first. And, man, is it good to see them back. And, oh, man, was this entertaining. So they come
I
out.
love how they're still using that fucking song, man.
So,
Like how
I was going to say, so they came out to carry on Wayward Sons again.
hell yeah, man. I don't think they'll be able to, afford it for that long. I think it's gonna be till the end of this, 7-match thing. Because no way they could pay for that song that much. Unless they really are balling, bro. Who knows?
Well, maybe the Elite offered up somebody else's money, and I think we all know whose money that is.
That is true, man. That is true. They probably have like fucking $3 million to spend now, so
Because
buy some songs.
Because if the ongoing rumor is true that John Moxley is being paid like $5 to $6 million, I could only imagine what Punk's check looked like.
Dude, he had been getting like 8, 9.
I could see that,
That's
bro.
crazy,
Which also makes sense. That new piece of news that came out, AEW's not looking to buy out Punk's contract. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, especially when it's his fault. It would be getting bought out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I ain't fucking buying you out because you fucked up and nobody wants you here. You're gonna sit that shit out, asshole.
Yeah.
That's what I would do if I was TK. And if CM Punk wasn't, coming apologizing or trying to make any amends or nothing, I'd have him sit that shit out. Fucking dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
I'd release his ass, bro. I would. Man, sometimes you gotta be petty like Vince. When it's a situation like that, sometimes you gotta.
Yeah, and they did say the Elite did say on BTE they did get the song. I don't know if that means got it for a couple times or if they genuinely just bought the rights to it. But
That would be awesome, man. I'd be down. I like it.
I like it too. I think it's good for them. They look good coming out to it. They look like they're into it, and it's a relatable song that could possibly bring more eyes to your product. So
Exactly. People
or pigs.
That sucks, man. It sucks. Pigs. That song's so good too. I wish I could hear it every fucking week.
It really is. Fucking poor Wardlow. Bro's run got put to a screeching halt because of Black Sabbath.
Literally, bro, because Ozzy is cool with Triple H, bro.
Damn.
Man, somebody got to do something.
Bro, this match was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, if we keep getting matches like this, it's going to make the 7-match series not feel like 7 dragged out matches. If it's going to be this good, hey, who's complaining, bro? I mean,
Exactly.
Sure, it sucks to see 7 matches in the course of 2 months. You know what I mean? But look, if it calls for matches like this, it's not gonna be as not that I thought it was gonna be nauseating, but it's not gonna be so much overkill. Now, yeah. I'm saying this at match 2. We'll come back to this around match 4 or 5, but yeah, man. I mean, it is it's great, dude. I mean, this one had so many innuendos, dude. There was Kenny Omega doing the go to sleep taunt. There was Kenny Omega biting Pac's arm. There was Matt Jackson egging on this crowd so hard, to the point where he was going, off camera, where the camera couldn't see him, so he could fuck with the crowd. Matt Jackson did a backflip that led him into CM Punk sitting crisscross. I mean, good God, these guys were all over the place. I would have really liked if somebody threw a chair behind the ref's back. I think we'll see that.
Oh, you know we'll see that at some point. Someone will toss a chair
Yep.
at one of the Bucks.
Oh, poor Nick. He's gonna have to get the chair to the eye again.
Oh, get PTSD.
Matt Jackson, probably my favorite one. Matt Jackson goes to go for a fucking buckshot lariat, and he just flips on his ass, and he's just looking at the crowd with his hands like kind of to his side, and his eyeballs are just popping out of his head, and he's just looking around like, oh shit. Oh shit, it was great. Kenny did the GTS. Just dude,
Just full fucking just jokes and references, and I love it.
and the
I love
crowd.
the fucking Bucks.
Oh yeah, goated. And the crowd. Not to mention the crowd, bro. These guys chanting fuck the elite. There was CM Punk chants. There was fuck CM Punk chants in Chicago, bro.
Oh,
You
bro.
love to see it.
At one point when fucking they were chanting fuck CM Punk, I just see Nick Jackson on the fucking in the ring, the fucking side of the ring, just look at the crowd and just start fucking like hyping him up. Like, yeah, fuck him. Dude, that shit had me crack.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
I
This
love those fucking too.
dude, yeah, this is great, man. This is great. Tony Khan was not lying when he said, well, we all knew, obviously, but Tony Khan was not messing around when he said the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega are just great television. They are great. The way they play into everything and the way they don't act like we're living in a glass box, I can absolutely appreciate. But yeah, man, I could see, or I mentioned this on Friday, like if they really did this behind Tony Khan's back, this could be seen as, them going into business for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But to be quite honest, who gives a fuck? Because honestly, where the whole he went into business for himself thing came from was something that wasn't even that big a deal. It was promo material from a guy in a feud with CM Punk. And if that's how he felt, you can't tell me Vince McMahon, or you can't tell me that CM Punk doesn't think that WWE is going to be better off when Vince McMahon is dead. No. Are you? Because that man, I believe, genuinely thinks that. So if Hangman genuinely believes something, and what do we always hear that John Cena always tells younger guys? If you're out there in front of a live audience cutting a promo and you feel something, say it.
Just say it.
Because it makes for organic and good television. And he said it. Oh well.
Plus, plus, if Punk is gone, what are they doing the damage to making fun of him if he's gone?
Exactly.
If he's gone.
It's not like he tried to. I was gonna say it's not like he tried to come out and say stuff about them that weren't true. They're beating up his dog and shit. And
like if he's not making amends with them and he's just like being petty about it, I'd be petty right back. We're actually the ones on TV. We could really be petty. You know what I mean?
Damn.
If he ain't coming back, what's he gonna do? Show up? The fuck? Like, okay, they're making fun of him. Okay, maybe if he fucking cared, he could go step up and prove him wrong in the ring, man.
Not to mention that CM Punk has been making jokes on his UFC commentary, and it's great.
It's awesome. I love it.
It makes for funny television. He's sitting there saying, "My hand hurts," or his colleagues are talking about creating this whack-ass wrestling promotion just so they could sign him so we could see him wrestle again. I mean, Punk's laughing. He's talking about, oh, no, you don't want me in the locker room. And they're talking about, yeah, don't let him on any press conferences. I mean, everybody's just laughing about the shit, bro. But, some fan, these are supposed to be EVPs. Fuck that. Fuck that. Punk's making fun. what's wrong with them doing it?
Exactly. Fucking Triple H would makes fun of fucking AEW when he can. He's the fucking CEO or COO or whatever he is now. Yeah,
Exactly. Where were you
to have the
people?
same energy from him.
Where were you exactly? Where were you people when the head of NXT, the best brand in North America?
COO.
I don't think so. I think they stripped that from him in 2017.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and then he was just NXT, and then they didn't strip the title, but he wasn't on the
They
main
didn't do
roster,
it.
but they officially
Yeah.
stripped the title in like late 2019.
Okay. Yeah.
And
That's
he
true.
wasn't head of whatever it was on the main roster, and his only job was NXT. He was still the COO, but his only duties was NXT, so the talent scouting for NXT and all that kind of stuff. So I believe, where were all you people when Mr. COO of the company was calling the other wrestling company a pissant company?
Exactly.
You know, it's all in good fun, and hey, at least these guys could make jokes about it now. At least we're at that point.
Angry. Yeah, I mean, they're probably angry. I'd be fucking angry, but they're not like, oh yeah, fuck that guy, fuck him. You know what I mean? They're just, he couldn't hit a buckshot lariat, so I won't to make fun of him. You know what I mean? Yeah, simple shit, bro. Bro, one of them got to jump in that crowd.
Oh my god!
Somebody got to stage dive in that bitch.
And then like clutch their foot.
Like,
Oh my
fucking just hop
god!
on one leg or something. That shit would be hilarious.
Oh man! So yes, the elite go on to yet again lose this trios championship match. Man, Matt Jackson was getting ready to use the way of the hammer, and he's sitting there licking the hammer as Pentagon is behind him, turns him around, whacks him on the head with his own hammer. I guess everybody's got a fucking hammer nowadays. And Pac pins Matt, and that was it. And it garnered a huge pop from the audience. So the elite go down 2-0. So why do I have a feeling we are going to have them go down 3-0 and then come back and win 4 straight?
Yeah, like, come on, but at least mix it up, because 4 straight's a little much. Have them win the next one. Have them lose the 2 after that. You know what I mean? Make it interesting, bro. Please.
Definitely. So I would like to see the elite win match 3, go up 2-1, and then Death Triangle, to make it, dramatic, goes up 3-1, and then the elite win 3 straight. I think that would be a little bit better than doing they're down 3-0. I mean, that's just a little too predictable for me, but this crowd was awesome, bro. They were literally jumping like they were at, I believe Excalibur said it, but they were literally jumping like majority of the match like it was a fucking soccer game.
Literally, bro. They were going nuts that fucking match.
Which was weird. Oh, absolutely. Because one of the guys that was jumping when the elite lost is what looked like the same guy that CM Punk. Remember that guy that CM Punk told, I've gotten more something than this fat guy's ever gotten laid? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was him in the first row. It looked like him.
Man was happy as hell to see him make fun of his ass after what he did.
I know. So it was great. That was the best part of Dynamite, and that didn't main event. You want to know what main evented? Take a wild guess. Jericho versus Ishii, which was a great match. I'm not saying that it wasn't a great match. For what title? The Ring of Honor World Championship over the AEW Trios Championships.
The elite. Don't make sense, man.
Renee's on the top of the stage. Seriously, bro. Renee's on the top of the stage, and she calls out Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker. So, we talked about this a little bit on Friday, but before she did that, she said that AEW and Thunder Rosa have come to an agreement that Thunder Rosa is no longer the AEW Women's Champion, and therefore they did mention on commentary that Toni Storm's reign is going to be recognized officially, and Jamie Hayter is the AEW, the real AEW Women's Champion. So you love to see it, bro. So she calls out Baker and Jamie and Rebel, and Jamie Hayter couldn't even get a word out. And Britt Baker just grabs the mic and starts talking. And what do you know, man? We are starting the only good thing that comes from that is we are now starting the official breakup thing. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it needs to be soon because I want to see Jamie by herself.
I really do. As champion. I hope Britt goes for the title and fucking loses, man. I genuinely hope that happens. It probably won't. That's my dream.
If Britt, I know how Britt is, but if Britt and Jamie are really as close as we think they are, if Britt doesn't do the job for her friend, oh man, that ain't right. I want to say Britt would have it in her to at least put Jamie over, but I could be wrong. But if they really are as close as we hear they are, she needs to yeah,
take that L, bro.
Absolutely, and as she should, if that's her real friend. But yeah, man. Like I said, I didn't like it, but I hope we're going towards what Logan says: Baker versus Hayter at Revolution as soon as possible.
Please, just do it. Don't fucking make it a 6-month fucking thing. Just do it, bro.
I mean, I know that's still another 4 months away, but the quickest pay-per-view we can get this on, let's just do it then.
Let's just do it. It's enough time, bro. It's enough time.
Absolutely, bro. So then what you could do from there, maybe this would be interesting to see. I wouldn't personally want to see this, but if I'm thinking the way Tony Khan books things, he's obviously, if Britt loses at Revolution, he's going to want her on Double or Nothing. So you put her in the Owen Hart Cup again. And you know Tony Khan's going to put her on pay-per-view. So put her right where she was 1 year ago against Ruby, a returning Ruby. Have Ruby win it this year. Go on at Forbidden Door, or since New Japan has women now, we'll probably see a champ versus champ match at that show too. So maybe at All Out or something like that. Ruby, or one of those big dynamites out of the year. Ruby finally gets her championship, man.
After 2 years in that company, she could win it, man. And who's the perfect person to take it from her? Could be Britt. If Britt wants it to be her, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Definitely, bro. Or Athena.
Athena would be really perfect.
Knowing AEW, it'll probably be like Jade or something, but
that's true.
Yeah, I would definitely go for the Athenas and of the world.
Definitely.
But yeah, man. So we get this 3-woman trios tag team match, or triple threat tag team match rather. It was okay. Britt ended up winning the match after she curb stomped Sky Blue, and she got the win for her team. Not even Jamie Hayter. Dude, I understand what you're doing, but don't have it be overkill. Have Jamie get the wins and have that start to mentally mess with Britt Baker.
And then have Britt start to take the wins. Just do it instantly.
Yes, absolutely. So that's a perfect way out of there. Having Britt just take these kind of wins ain't it, man. It is not it. It's a little too soon, bro. It's a little too soon. Yeah, I mean, have Jamie do all the work, man, or have Jamie at least get the first win, And then as you progress, have Jamie keep kind of getting the wins, and then have Britt start stealing the wins from her, and then it'll just piss Britt Baker off so bad to the point where she turns on her.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So that was that match. Yeah, a lot less of that. So then we got the Acclaimed in the ring, cutting a promo, as we all love. Just a good old promo, for a good old hype up promo from the Acclaimed, as we all love to see. And Daddy Ass is there, and he's wearing his hat sideways. It was fucking hilarious. He unwraps his hands. He's able to scissor again, which was awesome to see. But what wasn't so awesome, was the people that they looked to be facing next. Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt.
You have so many good factions.
Oh.
And this is what you do, bro. Those jobbers, bro. Stop. Disband that shit. Burn it.
Please get these fucking people off of television, bro. For the love of God, get these people off television. Now you're putting them in a tag title feud. Please don't start messing up the Acclaim, bro. Please.
Don't do it, bro.
Don't be putting them in the ring, because this is what you do with people in AEW. You have somebody great, and you put them in there with somebody that nobody gives a fuck about. And I don't know if they think it's going to get people to care about these boring people, but it doesn't.
It never worked. It never will work. Stop it.
So that was that. Daddy Ass told him to shut up because this is Daddy Ass's house. And they all scissored, and that was the end of it. And, bro, the Chicago audience was chanting at Jeff Jarrett, TNA sucks.
They were ruthless that night, bro. They really were. They ain't giving no fucks.
Good God. They were fucking fantastic. Chris Jericho would then defend the Ring of Honor World Championship in the main event against Tomohiro Ishii. And he ended up beating him in what was a fantastic match. I have never seen somebody get chopped so much and so hard that they were bleeding from their chest.
That's nuts. Bro, it's nuts.
It really was, man.
It was Stone Pitbull.
They announced that we'll hear from MJF next week, so we'll hear from him, in 2 days at this point. Jericho won the match. Like I said, it was a great match. Another great match on the year for Chris Jericho. Fantastic. Jericho's been great as far as match quality. As far as match quality goes, he has definitely had the modern Chris Jericho. I say this all the time. The Chris Jericho that we know. This is his best career year in terms of from an in-ring standpoint. But Claudio would then come out as Jericho went to go at the ROH ring announcer, and Claudio gave him a right, and Jericho fell to the ground, and that was it. And then on Rampage, I seen they announced they were going to do Claudio versus Chris, and the winner, if, Claudio wins, then he gets the title, but if Claudio loses, he has to join the JAS. Bro.
What are they doing, man? What the fuck are they doing?
Please, for the love of God, do not put Claudio in that group. That is the last thing we need, is another member of the JAS.
We don't need that shit, bro. Stop it.
Please. I beg of you. FTR beat Top Flight, and that was pretty much it for the main part of Black Friday Rampage. Oh. And then 10 turned on the Dark Order, dropped his mask in front of -1, as -1 sat there on the ramp crying or whatever he was doing. He was looking real sad at 10's mask. and 10 did the little hand symbol of, and they even said at the end of it, it looks like 10 is the newest member of La Facción Ingobernables. Bruh. No wonder why Andrade wants to fucking leave.
Bro has Preston Vance in his faction now.
And if Andrade is gone, that means we have a group with Roosh and 10. Oh.
Dude, I don't fucking know, man. I really don't. This shit don't make sense, bro. That shit ain't it.
No. Not at all. Not at all, bro. Absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous, dude. I mean, just why? Why couldn't you just take a different direction for the Dark Order? Why couldn't you just do that? Why couldn't you just turn him heel? Why couldn't you just give him a leader? Why do you just have to take from their group just to add to other groups?
Just to clog other groups up. It don't make sense, bro. It's horrible.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Whatsoever, bro. Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw opened with Becky Lynch. It opened with Becky Lynch, and she was, talking about War Games, and she was kind of talking a little bit about Damage Control. And she ends up going into the crowd, talking to the fans. She was asking the fans, I can't even remember what the hell. She was in the crowd. She was doing the Becky chants with all of her fans, saying she missed the fans and stuff. And out came Bayley. And Bayley said, "You guys are cheering Becky because she put her life on the line. Meanwhile, the past couple matches I've had, I put my life on the line and nobody cared." And Bayley was in the ring talking to Becky, who was out in the crowd. Damage Control would then come from the crowd. Becky would start fighting them. Bayley would run up there. Then they would start fighting at this obvious fake merch stand. And Damage Control kind of had the advantage in the beginning. But, bro, they genuinely kind of got their ass beat here. 3-on-1.
Dude, just break it up. Just give up. That's the only thing you can do at this point. Give up.
Dude, you realize you are not doing yourself any favors here. What good comes out of a group that includes Bayley getting their asses handed to them 3-1?
Constantly. They've always lost 3-1. Oh, whether it's fucking Bianca, they lose 3-1, Becky 3-1. What's the fucking point of the group then? If the numbers game ain't working, fucking, then what's the point of having it?
Good Lord. Good Lord. I mean, it was a decent open. The promo from Becky was great. Promo from Bayley was great, but once this happened, bro, I'm like, obviously, right? Obviously, we're going to see Damage Control beat the hell out of her, right? Because of what they did to her. No, I mean, they didn't, Becky Lynch didn't have all three of them on the ground, knocked out, but, Becky didn't get her ass beat either. And in a 3-on-1 situation, that's kind of sad.
It's sad, because look at the Shield. It was almost always 3-on-1 or 3-on-3. They'd be the one doing the kicking ass. Just stomping on people.
Yep.
Come on, bro. It just makes them look so bad.
Yeah, I mean, good Lord. So next, we have Mi-Chan, Mia Yim versus Rhea Ripley. And, this match didn't really last too long because Dominic would come out and the Judgment Day, which would lead the OC to come out, and they it would lead the OC to come out, and Judgment Day would retreat up the stage, but then AJ would get on the mic and say, "This ends tonight. We're gonna have a tag team match. You four versus the OC."
Oh, sorry.
So then Judgment Day would accept, and we would get the match, OC versus Judgment Day. Judgment Day ended up winning the match, and the OC looks to have ended this feud. They look to have ended this feud, man, and yeah, I mean, the Judgment Day had to win. I'm just glad AJ and the OC got at least some kind of win in there.
Yeah,
At least
one
some
at
kind
the
of
end
win.
just something, man. So that's good, man. That's good, but damn, shit.
Definitely.
OC, man. Oh, sorry. I mean, what are they gonna do now, bruh? Let's hope they can find a direction for them.
Definitely. Definitely. So, next, we have probably my favorite part of the show, the Bloodline, minus Roman Reigns. The Bloodline come out, and they start cutting their promo, man. They start cutting their promo about Sammy thanked Jimmy for always being cool with him and always having his back. And then he goes over to Jay, who kind of still had his little mean pit bull look on his face. And he said, "Jay, I know the past couple of months have been hard, man. I know you've had a hard time accepting me into your family. And, I just want to thank you for accepting me in your family Saturday, and it means the world." And he put his hand out. Jay sat there for like 30 seconds and looked at him with a mean look on his face. He smacked his hand away and gave him a hug. And then the group hug happened with Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy. They tried to get Solo involved, and right as Solo was about to get in the hug, none other than Kevin Owens came out. And he said, "You know what, Sammy? I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. For all the times I've turned on you, for all the times I've turned my back on you and broke your heart, I'm not mad at you. And in fact, I understand why you did what you did." And he says to him, "But honestly, I'm done. I don't want to team with you." That was the first thing he said. So I was like,
yeah. I'd say you send that shit up early.
He was like, "I don't want to team with you. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to look at you. I'm just done with you." So Sammy then turned this on Kevin, and he said, "You know what? I feel the same way. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to team with you. I don't want to look at you." He said, "I would be fine if I was never in the same room as you ever again."
Dang.
And Jay told Sammy he's just mad because he doesn't have any family. And then Sammy did say that to Kevin Owens. He said, "I have family now, so I don't need you anymore." So Jay had said, you know, he said, he's just mad because he doesn't have no family. And Owens would then say, "I said I was done with Sami Zayn. I'm not done with you, so I'll fight you tonight." So then Jay said, "If you want Kevin Owens versus main event Jey Uso, then you got him." And that he was in the main event. So, so he was main event Jey Uso. So this was great, man. This was great. I mean, this group is just they've really became some of my favorite parts about these shows. I mean, they've been fantastic lately, bro. They've genuinely been fantastic, and genuinely a great and memorable faction with this Sami Zayn storyline.
Exactly, it has a purpose, bro. They're not just helping Roman win random fucking matches. They have a purpose. They have a story. They have some guy trying to come in their family, and half of them don't like it. Half of them don't like that shit, man. So some of them try to fight it, man. But they're warming up to them, or are they, man? That's the real question. Which I can't wait till all that happens, man. That's gonna be awesome. But It's a story. It's an actual story for this faction, and you'll love to see that. And that genuinely involves every one of them, and you'll love to see it, man.
No doubt about it. And it's great. It's great because even when Kevin Owens was saying that stuff, the look on Sami Zayn's face wasn't too obvious, but he did look a little hurt. He did look a
Yeah,
little hurt by what
exactly.
Kevin Owens said. I mean, it didn't look too obvious to the point where, the viewer could just be like, oh, well, he clearly, really still loves Kevin. But, it was, you could kind of see it a little bit to the point where Sammy was just kind of like taken back by it. Like, whoa, all right.
Yeah, and he just said that because he said that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, well, I don't care about you either. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? Which is just great.
Definitely, bro. This is gonna be sick. I love how Triple H has taken advantage of this. I
Oh,
really do.
I really do, man. It's awesome, bro. I think it really is.
Hmm. So get the return of the Street Profits, the babyface Street Profits, and they face the Alpha Academy. I mean, who hasn't seen this 100,000 times? I mean,
Exactly.
didn't really care for it. Street Profits won. Alpha Academy are just employed, and that's as far as that goes. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I can't pull myself to care about this one. The Street Profits just need to go in a different direction, dude. I would really like to see either a little more seriousness in their babyface act or a heel act. I think would be
Just a
great.
feeling.
I think it would be
Exactly.
great for them to evolve.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. They really need to, man, because it's been the same since the whole time.
They feel like Bianca Belair. Uh,
Exactly. That ain't a good feeling.
I mean, it feels just like Bianca. It genuinely just feels like we've been getting, and I believe, yeah, Bianca's whole run on the main roster, I want to say, has been a babyface. And she's been on the main
Yeah.
roster for 2 years at this point. And the Street Profits have been on for about, I want to say, 2 years as well. A little longer than Bianca, I think. Maybe they're like
I
around two
think
and a
so.
half. But man,
It's
dude, I
just
mean, it just seems like we've been getting the same version of them for 2 years, 2.5 years,
yeah.
almost 3 years. And it's just like, I really
It's
think,
not it.
you know, and I just think I think we need to go a different direction and let these people evolve their characters and add more layers to their character instead of just being these baby faces. I mean, what the fuck, man? If you're a good heel, people will end up loving you anyway, and then you could just turn right back babyface.
Exactly, man.
You know,
Exactly.
so yeah, man. Seth freaking Rollins
Change his fucking name.
comes out to interrupt Austin Theory's promo. His first promo as U.S. champ. Tony Khan, may I hand you a pen so you can take notes? Austin Theory has a post-championship promo talking
Look
about
at
the win.
that.
Wow. You love to see it. You really, really, really do. He's out there and he's saying, I don't want anyone to ever call me a kid ever again. Um, all you have to do to know I'm not a kid, I'm not the next big thing. I'm the now. You know, um, all you have to do is go watch and see what I did to those two on Sunday or on Saturday at War Games. You really didn't do nothing, and you kind
Stole it.
of stole the title. So whatever. I don't really know where that mentality came from. I think it would have looked a little better to have him um win the thing decisively if you did want to have him win it and not a fuck finish. Have him just win the title. But one thing I don't like about all this, Austin Theory failed his cash in, and then he just gets the US title anyway, like 3 weeks later.
It's like, why would you even cash in? It, it's still just kind of fucked, man. It is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, and to be 100% honest, like, I mean, he had a great promo here tonight. I'm not saying, he's fallen off the wagon already, and he was still,
No.
Serious Austin Theory, and, his career isn't dead. I will say, losing the Money in the Bank contract might have been the best thing that ever happened to the man. It was certainly.
No, I hear you again.
Bruh. Okay, I apologize again. So, yes, who's to say that if Baron Corbin was the Mr. Money in the Bank, that Vince McMahon awarded him, Triple H wouldn't right that wrong for him. So, it's a little weird, though, I will admit. Honestly, I would have liked the route to take to maybe, and, I could have a change of heart, but, right now, I'm kind of on the fence a little bit, but I'm honestly leaning a little more towards keeping the U.S. title away from him.
Yeah, just like not. He's just not able to just win a title, and that just gets to him
Yeah.
because that's the only thing he wants.
And I think you would have really been able to tell a really good story with, because now he has the U.S. title, but what if his next goal was to be the youngest Royal Rumble winner? And he makes it to the final 4 or the final 3, and then he gets eliminated, and it just crushes him, and who's to say we don't get to John Cena at WrestleMania? I think that would be really cool. Austin Theory grew up as a huge John Cena fan, so I think that'd be a really cool story to tell as well. John Cena, the fucking greatest of all time, versus this kid. He said in his promo he didn't want anybody to refer to him as a kid anymore, but you have this kid who's coming in and he can't find his career path, and he doesn't know where to go. He's lost, he's bitter, he's upset, and I think if having him beat John Cena would be fucking fantastic.
Exactly, Brian. Like, I if Cena isn't facing Cody, I would say have him face Theory. That'd be my second person to face.
Same. I agree with
And
that.
I think it could be good, man, because I think John Cena can really get under the skin of Theory, and Theory can keep saying he doesn't have, he does, you're not young forever. You know what I mean? He only has so much time for when he wins a title. He's not the youngest of that champ. He's not the youngest of that accolade, and maybe that's something he really wants. So he's gonna try his hardest to do it while he's young, man. So it could be a really good story, man, and I hope they keep it up. But I don't think putting the U.S. title on him was the moves, but it hasn't been bad either, man.
No,
So
no.
we'll just see how time plays this, man. I hope it plays it well for the kid.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So Seth comes out, keeps referring to him as a kid, and he's just getting more and more pissed. That is what I'm messing with this run. He's got the belt, but he's still just furious.
I love it.
I really, really do, because, man, if he would have came out, bro, if he would have came out just regular old Theory, oh my God, we would have been shitting all over it. But that is the one thing I do love about it. Speaking of something that I don't love, but I hope it's finally the end, Dexter Loomis versus The Miz in an anything goes match. And The Miz walks out there with the bag of money in case he loses, so he's got to pay Dexter what he owes him. Bruh. The Miz before this was trying to say, he had his hand wrapped and trying to say that his hand was hurt, and Adam Pearce came up, who I like, is in this GM role where we don't really see him, and he pretty much told Miz, get your ass out there. I'm not fucking doing this with you anymore. Miz was even halfway down the ramp. They kept panning to Dexter and Miz, and every time Dexter would be a little closer, every time Miz would turn around to look at Adam Pearce on the stage, because the Miz went to walk away, but Adam Pearce came out, so the Miz would look at him, he would turn around, Dexter would be closer. He would look at Pierce, turn around, Dexter would be closer. And it just kind of kept happening until Dexter was gone, or he was hiding around the corner on the barricade. And Adam Pierce grabbed a bag of money and he said, "Let's go." So Dexter clotheslines Miz. He throws Miz in the ring, does a little slither thing. Miz hits him with the DDT. Miz calls for the bell. So the ref rings the bell, and Miz pins him. It's a no-go. They wrestled for a couple minutes. Dexter beat him, and that was it. And then he walked up to Adam Pierce, signed his contract, grabbed the bag of money, started handing out $100 bills to kids. He handed it to this one kid. Miz attacked him, grabbed a $100 bill, went to walk away with it. Johnny Gargano super kicked him, gave the $100 back to the kid, and then they all celebrated that Dexter got the money and the contract. And please, can this not be over fast enough? End it, please. I've reached my breaking point.
I have a bad feeling we're about to enter a different, possibly even worse feud, man. I think after this we're getting Gargano and Miz in a feud, man.
Well, I hope this was the end of everything, because you know how Gargano's kind of been tied in with this. I hope that this is just... please, bro, I seriously beg of you. I can't take any more of this. This is weighing heavy on me, man. I can't. This is nauseating garbage.
It's absolutely horrendous, man. I will say, it's funny as hell. One kid, he's a fucking goat. He was fucking looking up at the money, checking to see if it was real. I hope it was, bro, because I'd be pissed if
I would think. I would hope, because I think he passed out like 10 of them, and WWE's got fucking money. They released a bunch of people. I mean, they should be fine. You know, I mean, because, dude, imagine you're at the Allstate Arena. Dexter Lumis gives you a crisp 100. You go across the street to that fucking Target and find you a nice action figure, man. You're like 8 years old. You're excited to get home with your new action figure, just to find out it's a fucking counterfeit money. Man,
I'd sue that fucking company, bro. I swear to God.
They did have the blue lines on them, though, so I genuinely think it was real.
It probably was real. But that kid had me cracking up, bro. Was putting it up to the light.
I would too, shit.
I would too. You gotta check, bro. You never know in this world.
Because if not, I'm running up to Dexter. What's up with this money, bro? This shit fake.
Good Lord.
We got Candice LeRae versus Dakota Kai. And, yeah, can you guess who lost here? It's not hard.
Oh, let me guess.
Go ahead. Be my guest.
What's something like called? They need a name for this group that fits what they're doing.
Damage. Hole.
Maybe Lost Control? Maybe
Loser Control?
Loser Control? I like that one. They're Loser Control. Because all they fucking do is lose.
They know how to control those losses, all right.
Exactly.
They can't control no damage. That's for sure. They ain't controlling their damaged group. I mean...
Let me guess. Dakota Kai lost.
Well, you would be very shocked to know that you are correct. Candice LeRae beat Dakota Kai. And that was it.
Group, man.
Bro. Like, dude, I want to see this fucking group succeed, but you're literally shoving in my face to give no fucks about this group.
Mm-hmm. Not a single fuck in the world.
Good God. There was a segment with Alexa Bliss where it was the group we like to call Cleanup Control. They cleaned up all the damage, all right. Bianca, Alexa, and Asuka are still doing a backstage interview together, even though this feud is supposed to be done. In the very beginning of it, the Bray Wyatt logo flashes, and Alexa Bliss just does this blank stare the whole interview. And at the end, Kathy Kelly was like, do you have anything you want to say? And Alexa still was just staring off into space, just looking at the ground. And then she was like, oh, yeah, Becky was the right choice. Bianca made a good call. And that was it. And Bianca was looking at her like,
What the
fuck? So it was, yeah, for real. And it was good, man. I think we're heating up towards something, bro. And
yeah, man.
speaking of that, what the hell did Bray do on Friday? Can't even remember.
He just cut a promo. Oh, I think he was in the middle of cutting the promo, and then Howdy interrupted with that.
I was gonna say he did that. Actually, this was probably, how could I forget, bro? This is probably my favorite Bray Wyatt promo since he's been back, other than that first one where we seen Uncle Howdy. But actually, this might have been a little better than that, to be honest. They played old flashes of New Nexus.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Of New Nexus, Husky Harris. They played the cult leader, and Bray even name dropped the Fiend.
He did. That was awesome.
He said in here, I know you guys just want to see the Fiend. You want to see the circus of the man who is self-destructing, or something like that. But man, you guys just want to see me self-destruct, or something like that. But bro, this was good shit, man. This was good shit. Yeah, bro. And then there was another segment where LA Knight was beat to all hell in the back, and you could see in the doorway again the Uncle Howdy mask. So it's heating up, bro, and it's getting real good.
Hell yeah, man.
So yeah, that happened with Alexa Bliss, bro. And then in the main event, Kevin Owens was able to sneak by a victory against Jey Uso in what was a very, very good match. And Kevin Owens got the victory, hit him with a stunner real quick, and got out of harm's way before the Bloodline all jumped in the ring, man. So that was Monday Night Raw, and that was pretty much everything.
Yeah, man. That was basically it for the week, man. Pretty all right week. I've seen worse.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've absolutely seen worse. But yeah, man, Raw was a little better tonight, man. I mean, it wasn't as bad as what we've been seeing, bro, because these past 2-3 weeks of Raw have just been piss poor, bro.
Really bad.
It has been a sorry excuse of a Triple H produced show. But yeah, man, it was a little better tonight. Definitely not where we want to be, but you know, obviously that shit comes with time, man. But a show like tonight is a step in the right direction for sure. So yeah, man. And yeah, that's pretty much everything, man. That is the week of wrestling for you guys, man. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out, talking some wrestling with us for this another great edition of Unscripted, man. This has been episode 119. And I love you guys, man. And thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for the great turnouts over the past weekend. And I thank you guys for staying up pretty late to just talk some wrestling with us, man. We love you guys. We appreciate the hell out of you guys. And yeah, man. So that is going to do it for another great edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for, again, another great edition of Unscripted, man. This has been episode 119. Thank you guys again so much. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Friday.
Peace.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop it from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold, and that's what you talking about, Willis. The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite. Throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like